What if I told you that the entire climate goal of going fully electric might be impossible to achieve?
The energy transition, what is that going to do to our grid? How are our lives going to change?
I think these net zero targets are just simply undoable. It just can't happen. The scale of our energy consumption is so large.
Yet here we are, as they present the net zero plan as an absolute certainty. Think about it. The whole scenario of transitioning to green energy and saving the planet rests on huge speculations.
For more videos, follow Freedom Research on X.
In this green utopia, cars, buses, trains and ferries, factories and houses all running on green electricity. Fossil fuels are largely gone. Carbon zero would be achieved in just 25 years. But let's talk numbers. The total cost to rebuild the entire world infrastructure as fully electric? About $200 to $250 trillion. That's $250,000 billion. Insane, right? But the real problem isn't just money, it's resources. Quite simply, the currently known reserves of lithium, cobalt, nickel, manganese, and other critical materials are insufficient to support a complete global transition to a fully electrified world. This transition would also require massive quantities of rare earth elements. The only hope lies in innovative batteries and technologies that drastically reduce the demand for these resources. Research associated with the Geological Survey of Finland suggests that, with current known reserves, the raw materials required for a complete global electrification of energy and transport could exceed known reserves. This means that after a couple of decades, we would need to rebuild everything. New battery packs, battery-powered cars, wind turbines, solar panels, essentially starting over. What if we run out of some of these resources before we even get there? The dirty secret of renewable energy is that its production and resource extraction are already causing serious damage, and they need much, much more.
But getting the rare earths out of that rock is nasty business, requiring toxic acids and lots of water.
Most extraction takes place in poorer countries, often with little regard for ecological impacts, wildlife, or water systems. The green dream could come at an enormous environmental cost.
The Industrial Revolution was fueled by coal. And then we started using oil, now we're using natural gas.
Dependence on fossil fuels as a primary source of energy has led to environmental damage, widespread pollution,
BP oil spill. It would take 7 more weeks to plug the hole.
And even conflicts over resources.
Coalition forces have begun striking selected targets.
Fossil fuels should also be acknowledged for what they represent: one of the most efficient and scalable energy storage systems ever developed by humanity. Energy that can be accessed anytime, anywhere, with minimal infrastructure. This abundance of energy has lifted billions out of poverty and fueled unprecedented economic growth. Solar and wind cannot supply the primary energy the world demands 24/7. When the sun sets, solar farms stop producing. To keep the lights on and the economy running, a large amount of fossil fuel backup is always needed. There's simply no way to store all of Earth's daily energy needs in batteries. It's not a debate, it's impossible. For the foreseeable future, it is quite likely that we will continue to rely heavily on fossil fuels, while a robust nuclear baseline could provide a strong and stable electric grid.
Join the fight to defend our freedoms. Follow Freedom Research on X.